It's Thursday, the 12th of August 2021, and welcome to another Timeware Community Podcast. My name's Simon Birchall, and with me, we've got a special guest today.
Hello, it's Matt from the support team.
Bit of a delay there, and as usual, the mighty Mike Coop. How's it going, Mike?
I'm good.
Anything exciting happening this week?
Not this week. Next week, I'm going to Scotland on a holiday.
Yeah, I bet Scotland can't wait.
They can't.
Who's going to do your job while you're away? Who's covering for you?
Liz Broadhurst,
Brilliant.
my colleague.
Okay. Today's podcast is about the Paxton Net2 integration that's been released with Timeware 22. So it'll be available in Timeware Small Business 2022 and Timeware Professional 2022. And there's for people that want to find out a little bit more about this, there's an integrations page on timeware.co.uk. But if we start off, Matt, you were involved in the testing of this, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you want to just run through how this works?
Yeah. So the main thing is it's going to be what we call an event handler script. So obviously that can run at set intervals, can run it every 5 minutes, every half an hour. It all completely depends on how the customer wants to run it. But then what that can do, it can obviously control whether we are pulling information from Paxton or putting information back into Paxton.
Right. So if we just pause for a second. So when you say information, if we start off with the personnel. I guess that's the starting point, isn't it? So am I right in thinking we could set somebody up in Timeware and it will
feed that into Paxton?
Feed straight to Net2, and then you can do it the other way as well, can you?
Yeah, all the employees can be set up in Net2, and then we can pull that across into Timeware.
How would that work on Mike? We've done installation with this already, haven't we? One of the sites. How did it work at that site?
So that customer was already using Paxton. It was already installed at site for access control.
Can you just explain what the
engineer initially did is he brought across all the people from the Paxton system into Timeware.
Yes.
And then going forward, the customer's going to create new starters in Timeware. So we reversed it then going forward.
Right.
So we did like an initial bulk upload and then switched it to the normal where Timeware did the dominant.
And do you think that's going to be a typical?
I think it'll probably be, because we're usually at that site, we're actually like a middleware, so it's not just Paxton we're integrating to, we're doing integrations to a payroll system as well.
Right, okay. So, all right, so there will probably not be many sites who will be adding people into Paxton and into Timeware. That would get, I guess, a bit confusing.
It'd get confusing. You'd always have one as the primary system,
right. Okay, all right. Sorry, Matt. So we got the personnel to start with. Do you want to talk us through that?
The next one we do is, so in Timeware we have terminal policies, which is obviously where you can clock in which clocks you can use, things like that. And then that
determines what group of terminals you can use.
Exactly, yeah. So say if only like IT only have access to a server room or something like that. And then what that links to in Paxton is access levels, it's called.
Right.
So it's exactly the same idea, but they're just called access levels in Paxton. So again, that's a two-way thing. So we can either set those up in Paxton Net2, pull them into Timeware, or we can set them up in Timeware and push them into Net2.
What I want to make clear to everybody is that the idea behind the Paxton integration is that the customer doesn't have to buy any additional hardware.
Yeah.
So if somebody's got an existing Paxton Net2 system, the idea is that we could install Timeware, use the integration, and take bookings from certain Paxton readers. Now, normally a Paxton user won't have any dedicated readers for attendance because they're connected to doors. On our test site, Mike, am I right? I think the customer did have a reader which they nominated as the attendance reader.
Yeah, they had actually two readers, so like an in and an out, and nominated to attendance.
So we think moving forward, we're trying to make this as cheap as possible for the customers. So they've got existing hardware in there. They don't have to buy anything except Timeware.
Yep.
So we go in and we install this. We install the integration, and the customer would then, with the customer, we'd nominate access terminals. Access points, which are actually going to become
attendance points.
Attendance. That's right. And that, I guess, leads us on to the next section, doesn't it?
Yeah, the terminals and doors as Net2 will they'll class them as. So obviously, by default, we bring all those into timeware, and you'll see a list of them, and then we can mark which ones we actually want to bring attendance data from.
Again, let's say it's a relatively small system with 10 access doors. That they'll be set up on Net2, and integration will pull those across to become timeware terminals.
Terminals,
The type of terminal will be a Paxton terminal. Is that
correct? We call them integration terminals.
Terminals, okay. And then we nominate which of those turnstiles or doors or barriers are going to be classed as going to be classed as attendance devices. Is that right? And then do we just behind the scenes we say that every swipe that occurs at that device is
a booking?
Booking. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So that's terminals and Net2 doors. And then the final, sorry, you go.
I want to say just on that as well, we can pull access swipes in as well, so we could just mark it as an access integration terminal. And then
what would be the benefit of that?
If they wanted to use the roll call and things in timeware, if they're using timeware for the roll call, you can actually see obviously where they are on the system.
The other good thing as well, if someone's recording attendance from an attendance point of view, they can see in the attendance adjustments the access swipes as well. So they could see, for example, that it took them to come into the building. They came in at 9 o'clock, but for them to get through the production door into where they begin work, they got there at 20 past 9. So it was like 20 minutes on allocated time.
Yeah. Okay. What's the
other one? So obviously, then we kind of touched on it. Then we've got the bookings, bringing across the bookings. So in Net2, they're events, but we pull those across into timeware as bookings. And just on that one, that's just a one-way thing. That one, so that's just from Net2 to timeware.
There'd be no reason for pushing bookings from timeware back into Net2, and I guess there'd be no reason to push timeware terminals across the doors, would there? So that's for the single direction, one-directional thing. And then there are two other functions out there. We've got two-way synchronization between departments.
Yeah.
That's departments in timeware.
Yeah, it's just a grouping. Obviously, it's just a way that we can group people in timeware. That's all that is.
Okay. And the final one is
the door groups in it. So it's just linked to the terminals. Again, you can group terminals in Paxton, and we can just pull them across in that group by default if needed.
So the idea behind this, just to recap, is we could customer could approach us. They've got Paxton. They're looking to have a feature-rich time and attendance system. We can install timeware. We can install the integration. They can nominate which turnstiles they're going to use for attendance. If moving forward they find that that's problematic because people are going in and out the doors multiple times during the day, the customer could go back to the Paxton installer and just ask them to fit a Paxton reader, which isn't connected to a door. Or there's an alternative, and that is that we could have another script running, some more customization running, which could take the first and last sort of swipe, if you like, access swipe of the day for each individual. We've done that at a number of other sites, haven't we? Other non-Paxton integration sites with other security systems, and that works quite well, doesn't it?
No, it works perfectly fine. So it all depends what the customer wants, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah, I think the idea behind this is just to provide a low cost solution. So is there anything else on this one? This just works with Net2. This doesn't. We're doing this is going to be launched in 2022, so in November. Anybody wanting to talk to us about it in the meanwhile, they could just give. Who should they call? It won't be support yet. It's going to be, let's say, a Ring project. So if they email liz.broadhurst timeware.uk, or if they want to give us a call, the number's 0044 +44. We'll start again. +44. You've got me confused. 1706 659 368. If you want to look on timeware.co.uk and you click on the integrations option on the main page, on the home page, that'll take you through to the integration subpage. Click on Paxton Net2 and you can download a data sheet, and it's just a copy of the website. Is there anything else we need to add?
I think that's covered it. Yeah, I think it's covered everything.
Okay. Thanks very much, guys. Thanks, Matt, and looking forward to your holiday, Mike. That's next week. Cheers. Thank you. Bye.
See you in a bit.